Nuggets and Warriors, and the Warriors took a monster lead in this game, only to have the Nuggets come back. And right around when the Nuggets made it a 2-possession game, I guess, you got the sense that they were going to win it. Just got the sense they were going to win it. And then when Curry throws the ball away and gets turned over, and Jamal Murray just swept in there and grabbed the ball, and there was enough time left on the clock to try one shot in a tie game, I thought it's overtime. Certainly when they had to inbounds the ball where they did, which was on the sideline in the middle of their own backcourt.
Right.
You don't see too many balls inbounded from there. And I'm like, well,
overtime. Here we go.
How are they going to get a shot off? Yeah. Certainly when they passed it to Jokic in his own backcourt. And then the shot that he took, sort of like catapulting it over his head with a two-handed shot.
From about, 35 feet?
Oh,
maybe?
I think deeper. What was the official?
No, I didn't see. It just kind of looked like
let me look it up.
Kind of just
I didn't even think about looking up the exact distance. But we'll look it up right here with no time left.
40-footer.
40 foot shot. Banked it in. And by the way, feathery shot. A 40-foot shot. And called game that, our drive.
We can go home now.
That's it, right there. That's what he said. We can go home now. He even told, Charles, who asked, did you call,
Bank?
Did you call Bank? And he's basically, he wasn't in the mood of it. He goes, come on, we win.
He's like, I
win.
made it. It went in.
We win.
Get me out of here.
And you get the sense that we are now living again in the Nuggets world. And it's kind of funny, of all the teams that you would, obviously the Celtics are playing exceptional basketball so far this year. And, there's a ton of upstart teams still in the NBA. Your Clippers are playing very well right now, TJ.
So are the Sixers.
Yep. When Embiid is on the floor.
Which is most of the time.
I understand
sure.
that. I get it.
Your MVP front runner.
So although Giannis is number one in our fantasy league, but anyway, that's not neither here nor there, because I don't want to bring up how well my team is doing right now, because that's not part of this conversation.
Yeah, nobody was even thinking about that.
Okay, very good.
Honest.
But when you do it against the Warriors right now, I mean, the sense of a torch being passed, you get the sense of it. And then, because very un-Warriors things are happening, Curry, instead of making the three to win it, turns it over. Gives Jokic a chance to throw it in from 40 feet. He's the one who throws it in from 40 feet, not Steph Curry. It's a Curry-like shot, basically, is what Jokic shot. Mm-hmm. And it just is even wilder when it's a 7-footer, catapulting it with two hands over his head. But you could say a Warrior-type thing happens, Rich, when Draymond Green is out, suspended forever and a day. We don't know when he's coming back. But you see today, Shams Charania. Did you see this report?
I did.
On The Athletic?
Well, I have the player in question on fantasy.
Jonathan Kuminga sat the last 18 minutes of the game last night.
After playing well.
And is complaining to The Athletic about his playing time. Steve Kerr. So I understand a player feels that he is not being utilized. He is not being fostered. Not Scott fostered. That's their backup point guard. But for him, this honestly, like, what's going on in Golden State where Jonathan Kuminga's going to Shams, or his people are going to The Athletic and talking about what's going on behind the scenes after a game like that? Honestly, I'm sure he sits there and feels I should get a shot, but what's going on in Golden State? This makes me feel like it's the end of an era. And that shot of Curry, chomping on his mouth guard, staring into the oblivion when Jokic threw one in from 40 feet out. Gives you the sense that this thing's over. The thing being the Warriors being a team that can make the playoffs and go on a deep run. I guess you got the sense of that already this year, but this kind of crystallizes it.
Feels like it. They're the 11th seed. They're not even in the play-in right now. Lakers, Suns, those three teams are combined one game under 500. Definitely feels like kind of an NWO in the West, TJ.
Too sweet.
New blood, new teams, Pelicans, Kings, Nuggets, Thunder, T-Wolves.
Jokic last 4 games, he was a perfect 11 of 11 from the field against Memphis, 9 of 10 against Oklahoma City, 6 of 7 against Charlotte, 13 of 16 against Golden State. That's an 88.6% clip over 4 games.
Is that good?
Yeah, Chris,
So.
we talked about, I think off camera yesterday, we discussed the Thunder, and, the T-Wolves and the Thunder holding it down 1 and 2 pretty much the whole season. Who would have thought? But Ant Edwards, he's another guy who we love, who you don't always hear his name, but that kid's been
Well, SGA and Chet Holmgren are quite a tandem to try and beat.
Yeah.
Especially since the rest, we were talking about it the other day off camera. Oklahoma City is like a bunch of 6'8" to 6'5" to 6'8", 6'9" other guys who are just rocked up, who can shoot threes and rebound and go in the lane.
Looking cats.
Honestly, they are.
They're all in their
physical.
early 20s.
I know.
Young, they don't know any better. The front office has a ton of draft capital that
I know.
they've accumulated in the last few
And
years.
Shea Gilgeous
That dude is a
Alexander.
top 5 player in the league right
I mean,
now.
Paul George better keep balling out, man.
He has to, which he has been doing. Thankfully.
Because other than that, it's just like you.
This has a chance to go down, unfortunately, as one of the worst trades ever.
Dude, Jerry West drafted him for a reason.
No doubt.
That guy's an eye for talent. He loved SGA from jump.
You could say that, yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.